Hi guys, so I am filming my May favorites. I forgot about this. I sat down to film. I was going to film my empties, but I forgot I gotta do May favorites because I haven't done a favorites video in a while. So since it has been a while since my last favorites video, I do want to share some really cool products that I've been using for over a month. So it hasn't been just May for a lot of these products. So the first product is the MAC Light Sweep. And this is a setting powder. Well, it's a shaping powder, but it's a really good setting powder. It has a little bit of coverage in it. I wouldn't use this for coverage though. It has a little bit of opacity, I should say. But it gives off a really pretty glow. And it's great for under the eyes. I really like using this under my eyes and to highlight my cheeks, just to kind of brighten everything up. And because it does have a little bit of that peach tint to it, it'll cancel out some of the darkness. So the next product is the MAC Lipglass in Pink Lemonade. I really like this color. It's a really fun color to layer over top lipsticks or just use on its own. If you use it by itself, it's going to give off a little bit of a sparkle and a little bit of color, not a ton of color. I mean, I do sheer it out a good bit. But if you pile this on, it's going to be super sticky. So this is more of like a sticky formula and not so much a creamy formula. My next favorite is another lip gloss by Buxom. This is the full-on lip polish in Sophia. And this is like it's showing up really, really pink on camera, but it's actually a lot lighter in person. But I really, really like this. Just on its own or on top of the L'Oreal Color Riche in Ferris Nude. One of my favorites. I think I have it in my drawer right here. One of my favorite nudes. Of course, it looks really, really non-nude on camera, but it kind of has a little bit of a cool pinky feel to it, and this just complements that color really, really well, but it looks really nice on its own too. This is another one of those that I could throw on if I had powder on and not much else. And it also has a little bit of a tingling, minty plumping effect. Nothing that's painful, but it is something that you would notice when you put on your lips. So my next favorite is my NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in French Fries. I've used this a couple times on my channel. This is just a really deep copper eyeshadow pencil. Nothing you should wear on its own. I would definitely use an eye primer, but it's really, really pretty. It has a nice like copper, really deep sparkle to it, but if you blend it out, like if you blend it up into your crease, it doesn't leave a ton of sparkle in your crease to where it looks kind of weird. It blends out really, really nicely, and that's if you smudge it out a good bit. It just looks like it has so much dimension to it. I really, really like this. And sometimes I layer it with a couple eyeshadows from my Naked palette, which is my next favorite. I really like using it with Smog, which is pretty close to the same type of color. And then just put Buck in the crease. Use a little bit of Virgin or Sin to highlight. Or I'll use something a little bit lighter, or I'll use like Half Baked or something to accent in the center of the lid. But I've been using and abusing my Naked palette lately. So I've been trying to use a lot of the palettes that I have because I have a drawer full of palettes and they're just sitting there and they're not being used, and they're all really, really good eyeshadows. It's just, when you have a palette addiction, it's very hard to deal with. Speaking of palette addiction, I do have a new favorite palette, and it is the Bare Minerals. This is the Power Neutrals. I really, really like this. I'm going to be traveling pretty soon, and this is probably all I'm going to take. This is all you need, really, to create a really nice wearable look. You can do something really, really deep and smoky. You can do something really neutral just for every day. I think I may have posted pictures of this on my Instagram. I'm not sure. I may have taken pictures and forgot to post them on Instagram. That totally happens. But pigmentation is crazy amazing. I mean, if you haven't tried any Bare Minerals eyeshadows, they're pressed. I don't know about the powder eyeshadows like the loose pigment, but the pressed powder shadows are really, really good. And I really, really like them. This was in a little display. There was maybe 4 or 5 different ones like this, like the little 8 eyeshadow palettes. There was an original Power Neutrals, which was in a black, like a black case. But I mean, look at this. Look how cute it is. Like, why wouldn't you want to get the gold one? Okay, my next favorite is another oldie. It's the NARS Oil Free Pro Prime. And this was something that I used maybe a year, probably a little over a year ago. I was really enjoying this. I used it with the NARS Sheer Glow, one of my favorite foundations. Lately I've been using it with my MAC Fix Fluid. And I've also been using it with the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus foundations those are pretty much the 3 that I use the most, and this works well with all of them. Even though the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus does oxidize just like a teeny bit on me, it's nothing because of the primer. It's just, it does that no matter what primer I put under it. But I really do like this because this is not that slippery, slick feeling type of primer, not like the Professional or the Primed and Poreless one that I really, really enjoy. This one has a little bit more of a sticky feel to it. So it'll has enough slip to move around your face, but once it dries, your foundation adheres to your face a little bit better. And I really, really do like this. Last makeup favorite is the Diorshow Iconic Overcurl. I've heard a lot of good things about this mascara, so I decided to give it a whirl. This is in Over Black. It said that on the box, but it's not on the bottom. Yeah. So the wand looks like this. This just has a little bit of a curl to it. But I do like this type of bristly wand. I'm not really digging the rubber wands as of lately, but I really do like this wand. I don't know, it does kind of give my lashes a little bit of a kind of a oomph, like from the base of my lashes. It gives it a little bit of like more of a flick, but it doesn't give my lashes a curl per se. But I don't really care if my lashes curl or not. I like them to be very black and very separated, kind of voluminous but still lengthy. And I think that's pretty much what we all look for in a mascara. If I want some curl, I'll just go in with my lash curler. But I really do like this mascara. It holds up really well, and I don't think this is waterproof because I'm not crazy about using waterproof every day, but this is a really good everyday mascara despite the price. I don't like the price, but it's good, so it's justifiable. So I have a skincare favorite from Origins. This is the Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Mask to Clear Pores. And I've been blowing through this tube. This is something I picked up a while back, and I hadn't really used it at all, but I did a clean out of my skincare once I got pregnant, and I had to kind of weed out some products that had some pretty strong ingredients. This was one that I didn't have to weed out, so I figured what better time to use it than now. So I have been noticing a difference. It's a very slight difference, and you do have to use it consecutively to notice more of a difference. So I use it maybe twice a week, and then every now and then I'll just use my Queen Helene, just a basic mask. But I really do like this. It does kind of help pull out kind of the impurities and stuff. If you have like blackheads, or if you have, I don't know, maybe like the start of acne or the start of like some bumps and whatnot, this is really good for that. This is not good for drying out pimples though. I would use something a little bit different. But I really do enjoy this just for a maintenance mask. Another skincare favorite, this is something I've been using for many months. This is the BASHA Tsubaki Cleansing Oil Gel. And this is really good for taking off your makeup. I don't really like using it as just a cleanser. I use this to take off mascara, waterproof makeup, just the tough stuff. But I just take a pump, or sometimes a pump and a half if I really just caked it on that day, and I'll just put it all over my face and just rub it around, and it'll start to break up all of my makeup. And then I'll just wash my face with warm water, and then I'll go in with a cleanser. And sometimes I'm lazy, I just go in with a toner. But this really does a great job if you use enough of it, enough being 2 pumps maximum. I wouldn't go crazy. If you use enough of it, you can probably do like a white towel test on your face after you've used that alone on your face, just to take off your makeup. This is a lot quicker for me than using makeup wipes. Makeup wipes, you tend to tug more at your skin, pull at your under eyes and whatnot. I do find that makeup wipes exfoliate a little bit more, and this is just oil gel, so it doesn't have that benefit, but it does really break up that makeup. And sometimes when you use just the makeup wipes, it still has something sitting in your pores, and this really does a good job of getting everything off. So really, really, really love this stuff. So my next favorite is the Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Brazilian Smooth Flat Iron Express. This is just a leave-in balm. I use this on the links of my hair just to protect it from heat damage. Even though I end up using something else, I use this before I blow dry, and then I'll go in with like a serum before I flat iron or curl or whatever. But I really, really enjoy this because I do notice a huge difference in the way my hair feels. So right out of the shower, once I towel dry my hair, this is something that has to go on my hair. It has a bit of like an oily feel to it, but it's nothing super greasy. I would not use it close to the roots at all because it would make your roots really greasy. But if you use a lot of heat tools to style your hair, I would definitely incorporate something like this into your just your every wash routine. I really, really like this. And my next favorite is one that I had in my top 10, I think it was my top 10 hair care favorites or something. The Nourishing Coconut Milk Anti-Breakage Serum. And I love this stuff. I ran out of it and I did not repurchase it, which this stuff lasts forever. So it took forever for me to go through it. But for some reason I didn't repurchase it. I think I may have already had a serum, but I did not notice that serum was pretty much just vaporizing. Once the heat would touch the serum, it would just, I don't know, it's like it's still fried through the serum to my hair. And this was just a little bit, I guess a little bit slipperier or a little bit thinner of an oil to where my hair absorbed it more. And I really, really like this. I noticed a difference with this because when I was using this, my hairstylist always told me that my hair looked very, very healthy. And this was one thing that I always put on my hair. I mean, at the end of every day, even if I took just a tiny little bit, I'll put it on the very ends of my hair just to keep everything really nice and moisturized and hydrated. So my next 2 favorites can be found at Sally's. This is the TIGI Pro Weightless Volumizing Shampoo and the TIGI Pro Reconstructing Conditioner, and this is for damaged hair. I really, really like this. This is a very, very slippery but very moisturizing conditioner. I do notice a big difference. It's a lot easier to detangle my hair after using this conditioner. I really don't feel like I need to use any deep conditioners because this does really do the job. It detangles really well and my hair feels really soft. The smell is very, very, very light, so if you're looking for a shampoo that leaves like a really lasting smell, this is not it. But the conditioner and the shampoo, even though they're different lines, they still smell the same, which is good because I do like using the Damage Reconstructing Conditioner and the Volumizing Shampoo, which works really, really well. It cleans really well. I haven't had any scalp issues with it because I do have really dry scalp, but I do find that this cleans the buildup really, really well, and it's not super harsh at all. It's a very like light foamy type of shampoo, but it does really clean my hair, and that's what I was afraid of when I first started using it, that it wasn't really cleaning everything because it didn't feel like it was, I don't know, I guess maybe not thick enough, or it didn't have enough to it, but it really does do the job. So my last favorite is the Dove Advanced Care Original Clean Nutrium Moisture Deodorant. This is 48-hour wear, which I would never recommend that anybody wears deodorant for 48 hours without showering. It's just not, it's not gonna work. But I don't need it for 48 hours. I just need it for, I don't know, maybe 12-ish hours. But anyways, I really, really like this deodorant. It's very lightweight feeling. It has that clean feeling of the Dove Powder Fresh, like the original, just, I mean, really like the nothing to it type of deodorant. It does really like stick to the armpits a lot better. It doesn't slide around, if that makes any sense. It also doesn't leave behind any white residue, even though it is a white solid. I really, really like this. You really can't overdo it with this, because sometimes I feel like I go to town with deodorant, and then sometimes I feel like I just kind of swipe. But I always get the same result. It always smells really good, smells fresh. It smells kind of like the Dove soap. Just really, really good stuff. And it does leave your arms feeling really soft as well. I'm guessing because of the moisture components. But I was a little afraid of that, the whole moisture thing, because that can also make your underarms kind of itchy. I don't know, because I had tried the Dove, it wasn't the clinical strength, it was something else, but it was another 48-hour wear by Dove, and I think I mentioned it in a favorites video, but then I ended up kicking that one to the curb because I had trouble washing it off. I had to really like scrub my underarms, and my underarms got really sensitive. But this, it does wash off pretty easily, so I really, really like this. This is good stuff. Okay, so that's all for my favorites. If you guys have any favorites that you would like to recommend to me, just leave them in the comments below. I am looking for a really good brow powder for darker hair, darker, I guess, eyebrows. So if you guys have any really good recommendations, just leave those in the comments as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.